somebody who is rich in their 20s could be broke when they're 50, and you were struggling in your 30s and you're thriving in your 40s. Good morning, everybody. My name is Lataya. I'm the multifaceted mom, and I'm back with another video. So today is just a random, unplanned video. However, this topic has been heavy on my heart for my girls in their late 20s or 30s, or really just anybody who is struggling with envy and jealousy, because those emotions are natural. So first, I really just want to point out the fact that if you feel envious, if you feel jealousy, those are natural emotions. But what makes it not healthy is the behaviors that are associated with these negative behaviors. It's kind of like anger. Anger is a healthy emotion, but it's really about the behaviors that are associated with it. So with this topic, I feel like you need to understand your envy and understand your jealousy. First, what I want you to do is I want you to acknowledge what those emotions are. Secondly, I really want to speak to my girls in their late 20s and early 30s and people who really feel like something is missing in their lives, or they're so behind, or oh my god, I have to start over. Because as you guys know, I am divorced as of a year ago, and I think it's really something to be told that when I was 22, 23, I was living my best life, okay? However, certain things transpired to where my fantasy to everybody else wasn't really the fantasy to me. And I think that when you look at other people and what they have going on, I want you to stop comparing yourself, because comparison is literally the thief of joy. And I think that a lot of people say this, but I really want to further explain why, and really just kind of help you get over that ick, because jealousy and envy will rob you of the blessings that God has for you. So story time. Really not actually. So reality check. When I was 22, 23, I graduated college with a full-on, full-time big girl job shortly after college, working at NBC. NBC was like my first big-time job, and everybody pretty much looked at me like, you have it going on, girl. And funny enough, a year later, with working at NBC, I was able to travel to different places. I had a fiance at that time, and everybody was looking at me like, oh my god, like, you're living this like dream life, you're living the life that I want to live. I'm so behind. I'm just now graduating college, or I haven't graduated college, and you're 24, engaged and traveling the world and working at NBC. But the thing is, that chapter in my life was just that chapter. Now, fast forward to 28, I'm divorced. I'm a single mom, which I love my kids, but that was not the plan. And I am about to graduate with my second master's that I pursued in counseling, mental health counseling, which was a complete different career than I originally went into. So essentially, I am literally starting my whole life over. At 28, I'm damn near 30. And people who are my age, who are struggling in the beginning of their 20s, are shifting into their career paths. They're being super successful. They have different achievements. People have been looking at me like, oh, well, you moved to Texas, you moved to Houston all on your own, like, that's so amazing. I'm just stuck here. But little do y'all know, my credit is shit. Like, that's the thing about comparison. You may be comparing your life to other people's. You may be comparing your chapter 1 to somebody else's chapter 10. Or let's be real, maybe somebody is not even further than you, but they're what you aspire to be. or aspire, they have something that you aspire to have in the future. And I don't want you to let other people's route or let other people's blessings distract you from what God is doing in your life. Now, as y'all know, I've been laid off since June 30th of 2023. I have not got a job yet, y'all. I have close friends who, one of my best friends got a job literally shortly after being laid off. Like, she didn't skip a check. I could be wondering why God did that in her life. And it was a point in time when I did wonder, why did God do that in her life, but she didn't do it in mine? Like, we're both single parents. Why do I gotta be the one to struggle? However, I had enough savings that God blessed me with to sustain me. Earlier in that year, I said in a video that God blessed me with paying off all my credit card debt. She could have looked at me and been like, dang, I'm in debt. Why didn't he do this for me? But he had another blessing for her, and he had another blessing for me, and I was able to live a life on my savings, and I still am living on my savings, as well as other money coming in, because I focused on my blessings and I focused on what God put in front of me. So I just really say all of that to say, please stop comparing yourself to other people. Stay in your lane. We are at such a pivotal time in our lives where you can be rich in your 20s. I mean, social media has rich 19-year-olds, okay? Rich teenagers making me feel like, and again, I speak to myself here, making me feel like, damn, I wish I would have been on YouTube at 15 or 16 years old. But who's to say that my YouTube won't blow up by the end of this year? And I'm so focused on what that 15 or 16-year-old has done, or the advantages that they have by, growing up in this era. Who's to say that God won't bless me in the same way, and we won't be in the exact same room 2 or 3 years from now, or even by the end of this year? So I don't want you to get so caught up on how God is showing up for somebody else and miss the mark of how he is showing up for you. Because if I would have had that mindset when I came to Texas after being laid off, I would have missed the opportunity to get virtual assistant clients, put my energy into my virtual assistant social media business, and really take off with this. I had to put that energy of, why me? Why not me, God? Why did you not choose me? Are you forgetting about me? And really focus on the provision that he gave me. He blessed me to start a side hustle a year ago or 2 years ago, that now, even though I started off with one client, I have shifted to multiple clients, which is really able to sustain my rent and car note and a few other bills, along with savings. Like, this is what I want you to recognize when it comes to asking those victim-minded questions. Why me? Why not me, God? Why are you blessing them with this and you're not blessing me with this? Why did I have to go through that heartbreak, but this person has had a successful relationship for this many years? You don't know what that person is dealing with. I mean, God forbid they deal with anything negative, but you don't know what things that relationship has endured in order to be sustainable for this long or for however long. Meanwhile, you are missing the peace that you can be having by enjoying your single season, by maximizing things that you really can do when you're married in your single season, because you're so focused on, oh my God, I just want to be married. Oh my God, where's my husband? Like, babes, enjoy your life. Enjoy the season that you're in. Somebody who is rich in their 20s could be broke when they're 50, and you were struggling in your 30s, and you're thriving in your 40s. do not miss the mark. So that was my little TED talk for today. If you guys have any questions or comments, I would love to expand on this topic, because I think that people in their late 20s, such as me, or in their early 30s, who are like either just now starting over or feel like they're missing something, babe, you're not. Everything that is happening in your lane is meant to happen in your lane. I always reference this. You are the main character in your own book, and God is the author. So he is an omni-channel God that can literally write and bless everybody in different stories. So I hope that leaves you with a lot of encouragement for today, because this was really heavy on my heart, as I see a lot of my peers really not understand why they're not where they want to be, why they're starting over. I once had that mentality of like, oh my God, I'm 28, single mom, I'm starting over. This shouldn't have happened to me. I did things the right way. I did the internship. I graduated. I waited till marriage to have kids, and now I'm here. Like, if you have that victim mindset, you will miss out on your blessings. So don't miss out on your blessings. If you have any questions, hit me up in my comments. I really want to hear from you and just how you're experiencing your 20s. And make sure you subscribe and like the video. See you.